Alright everybody, welcome back on into another 8 versus 8 here in Beyond All Reason. Today we're going to be playing on a map called Serene Caldera. I am not very familiar with this map, so I don't know what the front line, back line, tech player, air player positions are. So I'll be learning as I cast here. Let's take a look at the teams for the red team. We have Better Strategy, playing as an Armada Commander, coming in at 33 skill. And for the blue team, we have 7511, playing as a Cortex Commander, coming in at 33 skill as well, going for bots. Does look like we have mostly frontline positions here. I will keep an eye here. We got the air player, just keep pinging here. I have an idea that that's going to be mirrored on the other side. We'll keep an eye on that. Gamer guys going bots. Battle Bandit doesn't have a lab queued up yet, just getting eco going. Bots from Afussy. Ticks heading out to scout. Maybe we can get a mex or two if the other team is not paying attention. Farandor going bots. Don't see an air player for the red side. So we do have a difference there. With the just keep pinging going air. And he's going to show it by sending out this scout. So the red team will... Oh, well, alright. We've got a frontliner going air. Maybe it's just to spread out the transport, and then he's going to swap back. We'll see. We have got ticks here providing vision for these lines on the south, and the exact same thing for the opposing side in the north. And red is taking their ticks all the way across. Neither side really getting too aggressive here in the very early game, just getting their labs and ecos set up. I'd like to see some sort of attempt at run-bys and economic damage, but apart from Afussy here and Resigio, nobody bringing their commanders far forward, so hard to get damage done if the commanders are back in the base. These ticks are going to make a run in. We'll get the scout and might get some damage here. Abuyala? Abuyala? Doesn't have the commander at home, but does have some grunts. Doesn't end up losing any mexes. So, no eco damage. Got some scouting done, though. Bing, bang, bang, coming forward with a transport. There's going to be a lot of contention over this center portion of the map. Let's see how people try and fortify it. Better strategy, also using a transport getting in here. The red team doing a much better job of getting their commanders up to the front. Hopefully they can translate that into an economic advantage as well as the positional advantage. Secure a couple extra mexes. We've got the green player actually coming forward with grunts, but gotta be careful because he's getting past where Afussy's comm is. Has enough grunts to be a threat here if he consolidates them into one grouping. Moving northwest. Looks like purple and on ICX Twitch coming into the center with pawns. Gonna get some mexes with these pawns. It's actually really good. Green and gamer guy gonna be dueling it out there. Gets 2 mexes for these pawns. Medium tank's going to try and put a stop to them. Looks like no, it stopped, so didn't quite get away. There's LLTs here set up by the Battle Bandit, which are gonna force these grunts to run away or die, and they chose the die option. Red and the light blue player Resigio duking it out here. Resigio has a Whistler, so he'll be able to outrange that LLT, but unfortunately his radar is in range. Or was in range. It looks like it might be that finicky spot where if you only have a radar spot, the tower will fire uncontrollably at it. Gamer guy getting some LLTs set up here. Actually, that's got a construction bot up here. He's got a heavy laser tower already. Meanwhile, up here, the lime green player, Big Chupa, I like that name, completely bypassing any front line. The going around, it's going to get good damage here, I think, because Aphacy came down and in as opposed to setting up a line up here, and Big Chupa and Kadia's stands are just going around, just completely bypassing. All the way down the south we just have battle lines drawn with a little DMZ in the middle. Good action going there. And here comes some economic damage. Got Big Chupa sending in his forces, gets one mechs, gets jumped on by some pawns, so doesn't get more. But there are more units where that came from. There is all of this. 6 pawns from Kadia, grunts from Chupa, which are still going all the way around back. Here they come in. They get another mechs. He's in the trees, so he's not getting these. That's sad. There we go. Okay, so it gets 2 mexes. So now that's all 3 that were here for Aphacy, who was starting to build his line out towards the north and is running into the reinforcing forces of Big Chupa and Kadia. Meanwhile, another grunt gets another mech spec here, and then we got more grunts coming through in the back. Gonna start getting the energy income here. Oh, gonna change it up and go for the constructors. Gonna slow the expansion rate. Gets the first constructor. Aphacy is really gonna take a big hit on their ability to shore up their defenses here. Big Chupa's got an LLT set up. He's got aggravators. And now he's taking out all of the energy income for Aphacy. Meanwhile, on the south, we are still just one solid line on his side. There's some thugs coming through. We're going to get jumped on by a lot of grunts here. Thugs can definitely take on the grunts, but not in these kind of numbers. And because of where they're at, green player is going to get the either resurrect them or reclaim them. And the Kadia actually went through with the pawns down to the brown player gamer guy, dealt some economic damage, and mexes, windmills. This is not boding well for the red team here. They did a great job in claiming the center and getting the extra mexes that come with having most of the center. But they unfortunately did not shore up their sides, which has led to the leak in the backline here. Send some ticks to get this pawn, which unfortunately takes more than 3 apparently. I didn't know the math on that one. Bing Bing Bang standing by to D-gun. A lot of artillery and whistlers and Janices. No stouts here though. so there's a good amount of firepower in there, but not a lot of health when it actually comes down to if that gets jumped on. And here goes better strategy. Oh, nope. Thinks again. Backs up. Looks like Bing Bing Bang is trying to collapse on purple here. And on ICX Twitch is trying to hold on to his forward vehicle lab. Gonna get a little bit of assistance from Resigio, but that's gonna be rough to hold. Meanwhile, up north, things have settled down some. Still have one lone pawn here that somehow is in the back. It's gonna get a Resbot and a Mex and another Mex. That is actually quite insane. Oh, thank God it gets killed by the construction turret. If that would have caused this chain reaction of the windmills, oh, it would be so frustrating for the pink player. And it looks like Bing Bing Bang has broken through the lines here, sending in just a good amount of medium tanks. Gets converters here for Resigio, who has a T2 vehicle lab up, but doesn't have the units to stop this push coming. And LLTs are not going to do it against Stouts. Shurikens are going to help, though. Need some units here to kill these off, but the Shurikens can definitely lock them down. I don't think Shell Shockers are the right answer, and Whistlers either against medium tanks. Janus, though, when properly controlled, can definitely get it done. The key there is the when properly controlled part. These Shurikens are MVPs right now. Without them, this entire base would be gone. As it is, it's going down. We have runners, or sprinters, sorry, coming up. Which, maybe not the ideal unit to go toe-to-toe with these, but at least they can catch them. Kitty is calling for air because there's some lone bombers. But yeah, the air player is currently busy, although the fighters can deal with the bombers while the Shuriken can deal with this down here. These bombers are slowly getting taken out. And it looks like Yellow's tanks from there are getting cleared out. Oh, he might get this huge... This would be a very huge chain reaction and a lot of economic damage. And really hurt Abuyula. Going into Kadia Sands instead, whose reinforcing units are going to be able to clear up those. Oh man, these tanks are so close to getting such great economic damage on them. They get locked down by the Shurikens. It's got to be so frustrating for Bing Bing Bang. The Lavender player here, Nomade, actually building up a good force. Red, though, is now pushing, but the Shuriken wall is here. There's not units, though, to take these down once they're locked down. There's just not enough. Here comes some sprinters, but it's after these have already come off of lockdown. What do we have up on the top? There's not much going on there. Incomes are fairly similar for metal except for reclaim, but the energy income is hugely different. Red now coming down into blue. We've got fiends here from Big Chupa. Gonna find Bing Bing Bang's commander and Better Strategies commanders. The D-guns are flying. Bing Bing Bang's commander's getting low. He's alive, ever so barely. Red's tanks are making it through. I don't know what happened to the shuriken wall. I wasn't looking. They must have gotten taken out. We've got T2 transitions. I just haven't seen the right units in the right place, I guess. Because we got T2 coming out up here big time. I don't know if it's been promulgated correctly. Okay, there's the shurikens. Shurikens are pushing this back again. Oh man. We've got a nice Sheldon ball coming in here. Commander's going down to Thug here. This Sheldon ball is going to take out Nomade. 75-11 just up and quit. North won for the blue team, and red won the south. And unfortunately for the blue team, the southern side is crumbling very fast here. Down goes blue's old base. Very, very good job by Duffy here. Just throwing out the Sheldons. Looks like Big Chupa's trying to respond with fiends, but I think it's too little too late here. This Sheldon ball is just gonna massacre everything in its way. I don't see a transition here that is going to really be able to stop it. I mean, Fat Boys are good, but the Sheldon, unless they just walk into them. And looks like we're getting a resign call from the blue team. Let's see if that passes. They're definitely getting collapsed upon. Because now that Big Chupa is sending all his forces south, the orange player and tan player are being able to push in on the north as well. And GG is called. Red team takes the win, sweeping through the bottom and coming up behind. If you like the cast, let me know by leaving a like down below. If there's things that I can improve or something that you want to see, let me know in the comments section. Thank you. We'll see you again.